Welcome to Action Hound Media, the site and channel all about action. Life's boring, get some more action into your life. All right, this week we are going to talk about proof that aliens created life on Earth. Yes, I am tackling this one. Anyway, if you watch any documentaries from the Ancient Aliens series, there's one recurring theme. Aliens, ancient astronauts, assisted in bringing intelligent life on Earth. How true is this theory? Is the theory of evolution false? Well, we're going to sort all of this out. One great piece of evidence that supports the ancient astronaut theory to be discussed is not the archaeological evidence out there extracted from the earth. It's not any kind of physical evidence. It is the testimony provided by recurring stories of past life regressions. Yes, that is right. From the research of hypnotists like Dolores Cannon, there are past lives, not just one, but a few of them, that have corroborated that the theory that ancient astronauts brought intelligent life here on Earth. Still, there will be those that won't believe this evidence due to religious beliefs or just from being stubborn and closed-minded. But think about this. Why is there a missing link? Where is the bridge that brought us from Neanderthal to intelligent Homo sapiens? There is no link because aliens came here and manipulated the DNA to give intelligence to humans. Otherwise, we would be stuck at Neanderthal. Think about it. If the theory of evolution was completely true, then wouldn't other species eventually develop speech and intelligence? After millions and millions of years, shouldn't a chimpanzee be able to speak by now? Or a dog? Or elephants? No, because it's stuck where it is and the ability to speak is unattainable. There is a limit to that species' evolution. So the theory of evolution works to a certain degree, but then it just stops and you can't get more intelligent than that. And that's why there's animals that we see all the time that have been here for millions of years, can't talk like us, or can't make clothes or make computers and that sort of thing. The best example of a past life regression corroborating the ancient astronaut theory is told in the book Keepers of the Garden by Dolores Cannon. I've actually read it. Here's the book. Dolores Cannon wrote it, and she's a famous hypnotist. She conducted hypnotic regression sessions with a particular person whose name is Phil, and under deep hypnosis revealed that his current life on Earth is actually his first incarnation here, but that he had lived many other lifetimes on other planets and in other dimensions. And he was an ancient astronaut, a keeper of the garden, just like the name of the book, Keepers of the Garden. And you might be saying, oh, this is all hogwash and BS, but when you have several regressions where they're saying the same thing, that to me is proof without the proof. Through these sessions, memories emerged of interactions with extraterrestrial beings and civilizations, suggesting that encounters have continued unconsciously throughout his present life. His regression went back millions of years as a highly intelligent alien working to fine-tune the beginnings of intelligent life here on Earth. He was one of those aliens that were like mixing up DNA, creating life here on Earth. The regressions uncovered a worldwide view in which humanity's origin, purpose, and ongoing contact with non-Earth entities play a central role. These beings, described as gardeners, are portrayed as having vested interest in Earth and human evolution, with their involvement shaped by conscious intention and spiritual guidance. Cannon used these sessions to explore themes such as cosmic consciousness, multidimensional existence, and the possible purposes behind alien-human connections, as they are involved with gardening the humans here on Earth. And they continue to this day, which is why they abduct humans to test them and see how their body's functioning and reacting to all the environmental stresses of the Earth. And they correct their problems and work with their DNA to ensure that the species is going in the right direction. In essence, the book blends case studies with past lives beyond Earth on other planets, the nature of consciousness, and the idea that humans are part of a larger garden tended by extraterrestrial intelligences. So the book is essentially about the central subject, Phil, who revealed that under hypnosis that this was his first lifetime on Earth and that he had lived many existences elsewhere in the universe. And he was one of the gardeners millions of years ago who helped create intelligent life on Earth. Earth is portrayed as a difficult, emotionally dense school for souls. What's happening is many souls volunteer to incarnate here for spiritual growth and to raise the frequency of humans to a higher existence. The topic of volunteers, higher beings from other dimensions and planets here to raise the frequency or goodness, for lack of a better word, of Earth, is a topic to be discussed in the future. But supposedly there are 3 waves of volunteers that have been sent here to end the destruction and possible ending of Earth, period. So they wanted to raise the consciousness of Earth so that there was more goodness here and less war. Ever since the atomic bomb was set off, that is when this intervention started, with the volunteers coming here to help Earth. Again, all this is corroborated by multiple sessions of people regressed through hypnosis, stating the same themes over and over again about the volunteers, about the gardeners, aliens helping to create life here on Earth. Earth is described metaphorically as a garden. So there's this garden concept. So these advanced extraterrestrial beings, supposedly gardeners or keepers of the garden, they seeded and are monitoring life on Earth. Their role is one of guidance and observation rather than direct control. Free will is an integral part of the existence of earthly humans, and which is why things have gone bad with war and fighting and disease. And aliens hold the concept of non-interference or to avoid direct control of humans, much like the Federation in Star Trek. Although I feel like they are doing some kind of direct intervention by abducting humans and making sure that they're functioning properly, for one, and it seems like there's less missile silos out there with nuclear missiles, and I think they had a part to play with that, with the government and all that. I do believe that. So through these regression sessions, which is all detailed in the book, Phil recounts participation in life-seeding projects. He was involved in genetic experimentation and the development of human forms. So the book was also describing how that there's multiple dimensions coexisting with ours, and that souls travel between star systems and planes of existence. Time is non-linear from the soul's perspective. So through the past life regression therapy that Phil received, he realized his mission here and also his cosmic origins. And he is being abducted by the aliens as they are monitoring his own body. So, which basically states that he went from an experimenter to an experimentee. There's a lot of interesting stuff in this book because Phil detailed specifically how he was experimenting or manipulating the DNA of the humans to create intelligent life here on Earth, and all that. You could read the book yourself and see the specific details, which is crazy. He talked about like societies, alien societies where he lived, their technologies and different star systems. He also talked about Earth being a challenging assignment because Earth is basically a very dense and emotionally intense place, and also physically limited. So if you're like this energy being that has been free and able to go anywhere, and then all of a sudden you're enclosed in a body, it could be like claustrophobic in a sense to somebody that's a higher being. The book ultimately conveys the message that humans are cosmic beings having a temporary Earth experience where they are here to learn and do a particular task. Earth is just part of a larger universal plan. And as I'd mentioned before, some individuals may feel like volunteers or outsiders because they originated elsewhere. And that's usually these younger generations. We will discuss volunteers in a future episode. If you read the book, though, the details given by Phil are so precise, it doesn't sound like anything made up and possibly falsely conceived. Phil participated in helping bring intelligent life here as an extraterrestrial, and now he is here as a volunteer to help the Earth become a better place. He went from being the experimenter to the experimentee, as I said before, and in his current life, he's experiencing contact with aliens who study his body. So the creation of human life can be explained by the theory of evolution. Man evolved over millions of years from lower species of primates, would have only reached the level of Neanderthal. So yes, the theory of evolution is true, but it doesn't explain the missing link, the link from ape to man. This book details Phil's past life as an alien gardener of Earth and accounts for the extraterrestrial intervention that manipulated the DNA with hybrid species from other worlds to create intelligence in man. Fantastic, but totally makes sense. So there's no reason to flatly claim that ancient aliens and the ancient astronaut theory is total garbage. Some with great religious belief will say God created life on Earth. Maybe so, but maybe he needed help from highly evolved aliens to aid in fine-tuning the human and his capacity for intelligence. We are all one with God. What's to say higher beings who are more connected to God can't be a part of the life-creating process? It makes sense that higher beings would be able to create life of lower life forms to them. If a soul progressed to a level close to God, perfection, wouldn't it be performing godlike duties? As I've said in the past, you can't immediately call all of this hogwash unless you research it yourself. Go read Keepers of the Garden before you write this off as BS. Sometimes the truth is hard to face. Why do people find the fantastic so hard to believe? The fantastic is all around us. People just need to open their mind's eye and see the real truth. Action Hounds Unite.